Today we're going to turn this big old flat land area into a bustling new land full of detail. Cue that anime wow sound. There you go. Let's get into it. And we are starting with the very fun part of the speed build. This is the very fun part of the video. You get to watch me build whatever I'm building in this video extremely fast. This took about I don't know how many hours this took. It took a few hours. It took a good bit of time to build, just because there's a lot of foliage here, and you know it takes a while, especially when there's a lot of trees and stuff, because you gotta use Google Earth for all of this stuff, and it's really hard when there's a lot of foliage around, because you gotta look down in there and try to look through all the trees and stuff to see what you're building. And it took a little bit of time for me to do that, as you can see here with all the trees and stuff. And also, one more thing that I completely forgot to mention, I don't know why, this just did not cross my mind. But this is the 40th episode, which means the new world download is in the description below. So make sure, go to the description, download it, Java and Bedrock Edition. Go check it out. All the new stuff that I've built on the park is updated on there. And this new stuff that I built in this video is also updated on my Minecraft server, so go check that out as well. The IP is in the description below, so take a look at that as well. But back to my annoying little voice describing this beautiful build. Right here we have this big train bridge going over the land, which I think is a really cool touch. I'm really happy with how it turns out, even though it's pretty simple. It really adds a lot to the atmosphere of the place, I think. So yeah, that nice wooden bridge just going over the pathway adds some verticality, I guess how you would say it. I don't know. I'm not a genius. I don't know how you say it. Whatever you want, however you want to say it. But now we're coming back around into this area next to the path and adding some more foliage. And there's a little creek going all the way up the pathway right there. You can see the little bit of water. Before I, of course, bury it in bushes and trees and stuff like that. And on the other side of the water, you can see that little pathway, which is the queue line for the Winnie the Pooh ride, which you'll see get built momentarily after I build all these trees again. Like I said, lots of trees and lots of shrubs and foliage in this part of the park. And here we are starting on the Winnie the Pooh ride. I'm starting with just the outline and the track layout right here. As you can see, that's kind of how I do all my rides. Start with the track layout, and then the basic building shape, and then we can go in and start adding the details like you can see me doing right here. We got some trees and some nice walls and stuff going up in this area. If you've ridden the actual ride, I guess you'll be able to kind of visualize what's going on here, especially since, you know, we're kind of at a bird's eye view of the ride at this point, and this is a dark ride, so in the end it's all covered up with a roof, so this is not really realistically what it looks like, because it's going to be a lot darker than you can see right now. And we'll walk through this ride with the ceiling on it after the time lapse, but this is just to see kind of what the building process of it all looks like. This room back here was kind of interesting to build. This is kind of the part where he's going crazy, I guess, and just a bunch of crazy things are going on. And that's pretty much what that room is right there. Winnie the Pooh is just having the time of his life in there or something. He's tripping or something, I don't know. But yeah, just like that, that ride is pretty much done. It was pretty easy to make. It wasn't too hard, I don't think. Pretty simple dark ride, more or less. And then after that, we're just going to cover up the front here and cover up this facade with some trees and bushes and shrubs, and everything is going to be smooth sailing for the most part now. Just like I said, more trees, more bushes, and a lot more shrubs. And now we are going to work on another part of this land, which is a restaurant in the land I think it's called the Hungry Bear or something like that. Something along those lines. Hungry Bear Restaurant or something like that. It's smack dab right at the front of the land, right when you walk in, so you can't really miss it. Except for the fact that it's kind of hidden behind a few trees. But, you know, it's right there out front, so it's pretty hard to miss. But it's just pretty much a sit-down restaurant. Or, I guess not really a sit-down restaurant. I guess it's a cafe-style kind of thing. It's got seating areas, though, and, you know, some pretty, I guess, generic food, I'm guessing. I didn't see what kind of food they have. But there's a lot of seating there. And it's kind of just this wood cabin-style restaurant building, similar to, I guess, the rest of this land. But it's nothing too special or nothing too crazy, just another one of these big old dining areas for people to spend all their money and eat a bunch of food that they probably don't need. But you know, there it is. Here it is, coming up and getting all built up, and then here comes the foliage, which, like I said a million times before, makes everything look better. So you know, if your build isn't looking that great, just add some bushes there, add some trees, add some love to it. Trees are love, so you know, add the trees, add the bushes, and up front here we're adding those big old trees that I mentioned earlier, that kind of make this place a little more hidden. Behind up in the trees, you'll see it kind of start to disappear behind these two trees right here in particular, and there it goes. It's all hidden away, and can't see that anymore. So there it is, and that's pretty much the entire time lapse, other than this canoe area right here for the Explore canoe ride. So once this finishes, we'll head into the real time and take a look at what we have built. Alright, here we are at the front of our new land that we have built, Critter Country. You can see Splash Mountain right there, and we're just going to do a little walkthrough on the things we have done. So if we walk up here, you can see that this area is definitely more complete than it was at the beginning of this video. If you remember back to the beginning, this area was just a big old flat piece of nothingness, and here on my channel, we like to make big flat pieces of nothing into big old fat pieces of something, and that's exactly what we've done here. So as you can see, we got this nice new pathway here, looking very nice, and this is the canoe area where the Davy Crockett canoes or whatever would come up here, and you would go around the river and explore in your canoes or whatever you want to do there. Let's see, this is the building, just a little gift shop area pretty much. I didn't record this, I don't think, just because it was pretty small, nothing too crazy there. We can start right here, I guess, if we walk up this staircase, and you can see here we have this nice open area, and you can walk up here and order your food and I don't know, get your food delivered to you, and then go walk over and take a seat at any of these little seating areas. Look at all this beautiful seating area. Gotta love it, gotta love it. And let's do this real quick. We can walk downstairs and take a seat in any of these areas as well. Just like that, we're having a good time at this little restaurant area, no doubt about it. So now that we have that, we can jump over here and walk down into the good stuff, the more exciting stuff down here. We can start with, I guess, right here. This is the Winnie the Pooh ride, if you remember me building that. This is the queue right here, so let's take a little walk through here and see what we got here. Like I said, a lot of bushes, a lot of shrubbery, a lot of trees and stuff. So here we go, walking up, and this is the entrance. No powered rails set up quite yet. I'll get that done soon. And there's also none of the armor stands set up just yet, just because I have not had the time to do that. I've been spending all my time finishing up the rest of this land here, so I'll try to get this stuff done as soon as possible. But here we can walk through this area, and you see it's pretty much what you saw in the video, except it's got a roof on it and it's a lot darker. So here we go. We're walking through here. This is a big old dark room here, and then here's a room where everything's going crazy. This could probably use some more lighting, if I'm being honest, in here. I'll probably try to find a way to light this one up a little bit more, but I'm still happy with the overall layout of this whole area. So there's that. A lot of yellow and stuff, I guess, for the honey and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty much just like that. The ride is all done. So there we go, and you can see, you can't even see the show building because it's hidden behind all the greenery and stuff. And I guess you can kind of see it right here because I colored it green right here, this wall. Otherwise, you would definitely be able to see the white wall. But yeah, there's that, and then we can walk out here and go to the exit, and then take a look at the rest of the area over here that I built. So here is a little shopping area. In here, you can see we got some nice little store area, some shelves and things like that, and whatnot, and you know, a lot of cool things here. I might come back in here and add a little bit more detail. I'm not sure yet. I'm pretty happy with most of this area, but maybe, I don't know, the floor could maybe use a little more detail. I don't know. It's just a flat, you know, wooden floor in real life, so I'm not really sure how I could add more detail, but I might come back and see what I can do there. But yeah, that's pretty much this area. I guess this is a little meet and greet area right here. Meet Winnie the Pooh or Tigger or something like that, I guess, if you want to do that. But there's that whole area there. And then I guess the final thing that I did off camera was I made the queue line for Splash Mountain. Hoorah! So yeah, the queue is all worked up and all happy and all ready to go. So here we go. Let's do a quick rundown of this queue right here. Nothing too crazy, just a little queue right up to Splash Mountain, right onto the ride, and go and ride this ride and have a good old time. So yeah, now that's all set up, so that works. And then the exit is also here. So this is where you would look at your picture on the drop, and then you can walk out here. And this door is empty, so I need to fill this area up eventually. I'll get that done. But you can come out here, and then this little area right here is now done, and that needs to be filled. So there's that, and then I have also noticed it's a little drippy here, just because right up here is the waterway. So it's a little drippy. We're just gonna have to live with that, I guess. But other than that, that is pretty much all that I have done here. That was a pretty good episode. We got a pretty big land out of the way here, just like that. So yeah, go ahead and tell me down in the comments, guys, what do you want me to build next? We are coming up here on Star Wars Land, so I think actually I probably want to finish some more of the rest of the park before we go back to Star Wars Land, just because I know that's a pretty highly requested video, so I kind of want to save that to closer to the grand finale of the series at this point. But nonetheless, tell me what you want me to build in the next video. It doesn't even have to be Disneyland. Tell me what other builds you want me to do, just in general. I love your guys' comments. I try to respond to as many as I can. But you know, tell me down below, and stay tuned for whatever we have next on this channel. And guys, until then, a goodbye.